So I think you need to CC the warrior early on his cooldowns, and they didn't do it, and they're going to get punished for it. So USA is going to be able to take that first best of 3, and we're going to have to go back to the picks and bans.
Yeah, also when actually Foxita used his Dark Guardian and when it was over and taking on him, he kind of lined us out against, and he never managed to recover from that because of that.
Yeah.
He poured away from him and against a real hard time catching up from that.
Yep. I agree. Alright guys, so as soon as I get that bans link, I'm going to be going right to it. Here we go. We're going to find out what the next picks and bans are. Do you think it's going to be the same thing as last time? I will link this to you right now.
I think 25.media.tumblr should ban where... I think Haxan's so confident on where they should just play versus PHDK. I haven't seen him play versus PHDK yet. So yeah. As well, the lockdown from the war is much harder than the DK, I think.
I have a question here from Patrick on Twitter. He says, if someone picks a rogue or feral druid, everyone has to wait to start. Is the opposing team able to pick up the Shadow Sight orbs? No, you cannot actually pick them up. There's a timer that's announced in party chat when they're allowed to actually get them. So there is it's basically timed out, so it's the same amount of time until they actually spawn. So you can't just get them early, and then that would be really cheap. I got a tweet here from Serial. He says, what playlist are you listening to using in the music breaks? Love the music. It's always great commentating. It's actually a Canadian DJ. It's called Da Bears, D-A, and then literally the word bears. I'm just listening to mixes that he makes. Kyle tweets, I'm somewhat new to the competitive PvP scene, and wow, how do you go about getting into tourneys? Well, tournaments for this, like this, they usually open registration, and teams can just simply apply, and then they're going to pick, the most qualified teams, the highest rated teams, the teams with the most experience, that kind of thing. So, if you run an interesting comp, really high rated, things like that, you have a good chance of being able to get into it.
Yeah, because a tip for actually people that want to get in tournament, maybe don't play a flavor of the month comp, and because there's a lot of people that gets high rating, for example with LSD, but if you're the one that plays like a weird comp that people people haven't seen yet, so there's a much higher chance that people want to see that in the tournament instead. Because you're like, okay, LSD, and these guys are known for being in a lot of tournaments. Okay, we pick this LSD.
Yep. Anyway, so we should talk a bit about the bans and everything that are going on here. We saw Survival Hunter and Rescue Shaman coming out. We do see that it's going to be BM Hunter pick for USA, and a Resto Shaman pick here for 25.media.tumblr. So they are not confident in that Resto Druid. They're going to use their first pick here on the Restoration Shaman. It seems like they, they're not that confident in Gind, but what do you think the next ban is going to come out? Okay, so it's actually a Demo Warlock and the Unholy Decay. So they let them pick the BM Hunter. It's interesting because they did open up that Unholy Decay pick. USA could have gone with that, but they decided not to. It's going to be right back to the Arms Warrior BM Hunter comp. And the question is just, what is 25.media.tumblr going to play? I think it's going to be probably the same kind of setup. They could play BM Destro, or they could play Mark's Affliction or something like that. But it's very, very likely that it's just going to be the exact same setup as last time.
I think it's going to be the same kind of setup, so just with Resto Shaman instead of the Resto Druid, and I think it's a better comp for 25.media.tumblr with the Resto Shaman.
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll find out how that does work out. Mark's Hunter comes out, Arms Warrior comes out, so yeah, it's going to be the same thing. Probably going to be the Destro lock coming out here for 25.media.tumblr, and same healer coming out. We're going to have that Disc Priest probably once again for USA. So, they did take that first best of 3, so, rightfully so. They're going to go back to the same picks here. Nothing wrong with that, but, I actually feel like it's better with the Druid for their comp for 25.media.tumblr if they play it properly, but I don't know, they're obviously just not feeling comfortable with it.
I didn't see one Cyclone coming out, actually, from Gint's last game.
Well,
none of them play a huge role. If you have... Yeah, if you have space, just clone him off and you're going to recover. But it never happened. He popped cities, okay, pop Dark Guardian, you start healing, maybe get a Cyclone on him and then be able to recover, turn things around, get space to actually CC the Priest as well if you CC the DPSers. Because it's going to be real hard for Foxita as well, getting Fierce or something on Frosted when the war is just holding him with his Disrupting Shout, charges, and Pummel, Shockwaves, stuff like that. So, get more CC. If they had some clones or something on the warrior, I think it would be way easier for them. But wow.
Yeah, they
Feral
are actually
Druid.
going to pick the Feral Druid, so that's interesting. And Foxita has not played a Feral Druid once this tournament, so this is where you kind of like go. Is this like desperation time? Does he actually play this much? Is he going to be any good? I mean, no, they haven't shown it yet at all. So we're going to find out just how good Foxita is on that Feral Druid. I mean, we know he's a damn good Warlock, but is he really up to snuff on the Feral Druid? You know, it's interesting that, especially when you're playing with Feral Druid, they're going to go with Mark's Hunter. It just doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't play BM. But anyway, that is going to be the choice. It is going to be Feral Druid, Mark's Hunter, Resto, Shaman for 25 media Tumblr going up against same comp as last time for USA. It's going to be the BM Hunter, Arms Warrior, and that Disc Priest. So we are going to be getting queued up into this pretty shortly. We're going to find out exactly what's going to happen. So guys, you can continue to tweet at me. I'm at Azael on Twitter. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, things like that, or you want to tell me what your predictions are, you can always just send those messages to me on Twitter at Azael, and he is at Rylez. Wow. And yeah, I'll be checking in on Twitter throughout the day. Juicebox tweets: do you feel 25 media Tumblr falls apart when Foxita can't get a gateway? I don't really think it was to do with that. I mean, gateway definitely helps a lot, but I honestly feel like those losses were nothing to do with gateway. I think it was just they just didn't play it right. I really just feel like they had to CC the Warrior, then go on something else. I mean, you can go on the Warrior, but CC at least through the cooldowns. I mean, scatter, clones, etc. You can't stop that stuff, so there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to do it. Got a tweet here from Dat Stag. He says, "What's the next time we get to hear the beautiful dynamic duo of Conrad plus Azael?" Not gonna be. He said he's not gonna commentate anything for MOP, so it would maybe be an AT realm tournament, like one of the level 80 tournaments or something like that, or if not that, then next expansion. So thank you for those tweets, guys. And let's see if they have everyone in the group yet. What's going on with that? Yeah, the group is still the same for me, so I guess they're probably just waiting on 25 media Tumblr. Is your group already?
I'm in the group, but I don't really see. They're not writing anything. I think they should be ready though. But do you think it's gonna make a difference with the rest of Shaman? But it's a whole different comp actually, so...
Yeah, I mean, the rest of Shaman obviously makes sense when you're going to play with the Feral Druid. I don't think class stacking is very good in most situations. There are some situations where it can be quite good, but I definitely understand that they want, why they wanted to bring up the rest of Shaman when they wanted to play with the Feral Druid, so makes sense. As far as who has the advantage and things like that, I definitely think that yeah, I mean, I think that Feral Druid, Mark's Hunter, Resto Shaman is an okay comp and everything. I think it seems pretty strong, but one thing to remember, and one of the things that it really makes Feral so strong is having the defensives from Symbiosis, and he does not have Bubble from Paladin, he does not have Disperse from a Priest, and not having either of those healers means that the Feral is a very legitimate target. And I think if I was USA, and I was going up against someone who's playing an alt Feral Druid without Disperse or Bubble, I think I would be targeting that guy.
Yeah, I think actually this 25 minute Tumblr is gonna lose this. It looks kind of weak. It just feels like they're gonna be stumped because this kind of clip team can just zerk someone down. Yeah. Hunter is real vulnerable. Shaman is real vulnerable. The Ferals are real vulnerable. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough for them if the KFC manage to play this good.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And that would mean that 25 media Tumblr would take another loss in a row. And taking 2 losses straight, definitely hurts your chances pretty significantly of getting out. It's going to be such a competitive top 4. You're going to have to play really, really well to be able to get out. I have some more tweets here. A tweet from Brandon. Brandon tweets, "Do you think Snuts will be competing today?" Yes, he's going to be competing today. His team is playing next the next series. So no guarantees that he's actually going to be playing, but his team is playing. Matthew tweets, "I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with Foxita's play on the Druid. I think it's a smart move for the team." Cool. Well, I mean, maybe you know something that I don't know. Maybe he's really good at Feral. If he's good at Feral, then yeah, it could be really, really good for the team. Ferals are obviously extremely strong, and Feral's by far the most banned class so far, so gets banned more than anything. I got 3 tweets from Conrad NAO, from Alex Hall, my good friend. And Conrad tweets, "What's your favorite pizza topping? What is your favorite time of the day? If you had to wake up at the same time every day, what time? Do you think sunglasses inside is tacky? What is your preferred deodorant scent? Preferred toilet paper? Favorite temperature to drink water? Do you like flavored chapstick? What is your favorite month?" Alright, Conrad, I'm going to give you the rundown. Favorite pizza topping? Hawaiian's probably my favorite pizza. If I had to go with one, I guess I'd say ham. I think ham's pretty good. Favorite time of the day. I like early afternoons, like maybe between like noon and 2 or something. If I wake up at the same time every day, what time would it be? Probably 10 a.m. I think 10 a.m. is a good time to wake up. Do you think sunglasses inside is tacky? I do. What's your favorite preferred deodorant scent? I use the Old Spice stuff, so I don't even know what it actually smells like, but that stuff smells pretty good. Preferred toilet paper? I just buy whatever's cheap. Favorite temperature to drink water? I like my water cold, but not like too cold. Because I like to be able to chug the water. It's like if you have like too many ice cubes in it and stuff, then it kind of hurts when you chug it. Or you get brain freeze. So it's like you want it like cold, but like tap cold, not like Antarctic cold. Do I like flavored chapstick? I've never actually really tried flavored chapstick, so I can't comment on that. My favorite month? I don't know, man. Favorite month? That's a good one. I think July is a pretty good month. June, July, those are good months. So probably one of those.
What's in July?
July? Just good weather. It's summertime.
Okay, it was some kind of hot. Yeah. I thought it was some birthday or something like that.
No, my birthday's in September, so September's pretty cool too. But I don't really care about birthdays that much.
Oh, I thought you were just that kind of guy that was like, oh yeah, I got a birthday, I'm gonna get presents.
No, I've never been. I'm not that much of a material person. I don't really care that much about presents and stuff. It's cool that like the thing. Actually, you know what I really like is I'm gonna change it. I'm changing my answer to December because Christmas is really nice. Just because around Christmas, like I always go home and see my parents and stuff, and all my friends are usually in town as well. So I just get to see like all my friends and my family, like all my old friends and family that I never see anymore, which is really nice. So I guess December would probably be my favorite month then.
I was hoping for it.
Yeah.
December is definitely the thing.
Yeah, December's a good time of year, man. Christmas time is fun. So thank you for those tweets, Conrad. How sweet of you to help me fill some time, Conrad. Doing some helping us out. All right, so we are queued up finally. We got a tweet from Diogo. What teams are playing today? Well, we have this match and then one other. It's going to be the last one. So USA versus 25.media.tumblr, and then the last two matches are going to be, last two teams are going to be Bleached Bones in second place. Josh tweets, do you think Kiz will be able to play, or will he get banned all the time? I think there's a high chance that Kiz is going to get banned out. But we'll have to see what Bleached Bones wants to do. Uvain tweets, I can't wait to see second place versus Bleached Bones. I feel Bleached Bones will beat them and go on to the win tournament. Bold statement. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty bold statement. But I think that, Bleached Bones hasn't been looking as strong as I think people have been expecting them to look. I mean, they've been having trouble with every team that they've fought so far. In second place, I think if second place is really on their game, that could be another really tough match for them. So, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
They always pull it off, Svet had to just come in and carry the game.
Yep.
He was like, you kids can't do this. Let me play. No, I'm joking. They're all amazing players.
Yeah, did really well, for sure. Alrighty, so thanks again for those tweets. If you want to send your questions to me, you can tweet at me at Azael, and the gates have opened, so we can hop on in. This is going to be the first game of the second best of three. USA did take that first best of three, so they're up 1-0 in the overall series. And Foxita, look at that guy, man. He's even naming his feral after his name. So what a swell person. It's going to be Foxita, Mu, Orsano, and Jans are going to be this Cleave team, and they're going to be going up against another Cleave team, against that BM Hunter, Arms Warrior, Disc Priest, and we'll see just how good Foxita is at Feral Druid.
I think it's gonna be bad for him because he's been playing so much Warlock, and when you play actually one class that much, and you just go in first games, you're kind of messing up. Like you press wrong binds. That's how I feel, at least when I play anything else. For example, when I play Red Pally or I play a Mage, and I just go to a shop and I played like a ton of games, and one of them you're pressing wrong binds if you don't have, like, for example, Iceblock and Bubble on the same bind.
Yeah, stuff
like that happens.
Just depends how much he plays. I mean, if you play I think that's true if you haven't played the class for like a week or something. But I mean, if you play both classes pretty regularly, I think it should be fine. But anyway, countdown is starting up. There is 20 seconds here until the gates are going to open officially. And we're going to find out if Holtz, Profset, and Haxon can finish things off for USA, or if Wersano, Foxita, Moot, and Yawns are going to be able to battle back and take it. Foxita, playing as Feral Druid for the first time in this tournament. We're going to find out just how good he is. If he's a dominant Feral Druid, this could be a tough match for USA. But right now, I'm feeling like they have the edge.
Yeah, as well. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in this matchup, as they are gonna go in. They could actually have that triple stealth opener, but they're not going for it. So yeah.
Yep, well, here they go. They are going to be opening up. They're going to be going on to Holtz. We're going to see Foxita. Yeah, he's going to be the target immediately, and this is what I expected. This is what I would do, too. Like I said, if someone's inexperienced on a class, he should really be focusing them. He's already had to go through a lot of defensives, and there's no disperse and no bubble because he does not have the symbiosis from that Paladin or the Priest. Trinket already being forced out there by Wersano, and I mean, Foxita already having to use all his defensive cooldowns. There's his wall. His Barkston's already gone. His wall's already gone. His Ursox is already gone, and I don't even think this Warrior team has popped any of their cooldowns, so I think next CC on Wersano, Foxita may just get blown up, but we'll see if they can get something going before then. Holtz is going to be the target. There's a silencing shot, and Foxita going to be taking big damage here. You guys get disarmed by Haxon. Haxon still intelligently holding those cooldowns. There's a silencing shot on Wersano. Once they get the trap on him, I think Foxita should just die, but he may actually just die without them even popping cooldowns. Healing Tide goes down there now. All cooldowns being popped by Haxon. Haxon, kind of poorly timed cooldowns, to be honest, though. Healing Tide was already down, and he was already running away, but anyway, he's going to pop his cooldowns now, and Foxita going to be taking a lot of damage, but Haxon at the same time going to have to pop die by the sword. There's a scatter on Wersano. There's the full trap, and I think Foxita could just go down here. He's at half HP, 35% HP, now 30%, he gets charged, 20%, 10%, 5% HP, and he is going to go down, and Haxon does take some big damage there himself, but he's going to wall, he catches last stand, he's going to be just fine. Spirit Link going down there for 25.media.tumblr, but USA, going to take round one.
Yeah, and this is what we expected. Feral just going down, being zerked down, kind of being too squishy, and he crossed CC, and he's just going to have to see this instantly. Yeah. And that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not really experienced on Feral, I feel like it's very hard to survive against something like that, because, so many of the Ferals are used to playing, like I said, with a Paladin or a Priest, because if you play with those, you have Disperse and Bubble, which is just massive, but he doesn't have either. And honestly, USA did not play, a perfect game there by any means. They can play it a lot better, and I think that 25.media.tumblr is going to be in so much trouble if they do, because, I mean, Haxon waited a long time for his cooldowns, and I was like, wow, this is really smart. He's going to wait for the full trap, and then he's going to pop it with a shockwave, and he's just going to kill him instantly. But he actually waited all that time, and then there was no CC onto Wersano, and Wersano already had a Healing Tide down, and he used all his cooldowns into Healing Tide without the Shaman CC at all, and they still won. So I think that was about as bad as it could have gone for Haxon as far as his cooldown usage, and they still got that kill. So honestly, things are looking really rough for 25.media.tumblr, because if they get the full CC on Wersano and then catch the Druid in a shockwave with no defensives and no Trinket on the Shaman, he's gonna die instantly.
Yeah, I don't think they actually have any chance, actually. I mean, he had actually Heart up, and Healing Tide was down, they were back, and Haxon just leaped in and popped everything. Yeah. Which I don't agree with. He should have just waited, and then he could have one-shot him, even in like a scatter into a silent shot, something like that. So that little CC was just would be enough to finish him off, because he didn't actually have Barskin or anything available. Yeah.
I mean, I think that the Feral team can definitely win, but I think it requires really high-level play from the Feral. Like, the Feral really has to be using his Treant Stuns really well, and I don't even think I saw Treant Stun in the game. I'm not even sure if you expect for it, but the gates have opened. I think you need to be Treants. You need to be able to use those Treants really well to peel for yourself, use your knockback really well in the Warrior. Treant Stun, force a charge, knock him back off that, kite around the pillar, things like that. When he gets back to you finally, if he leaps back to you and you get the clone on him, and then he gets back to you again, he gets Treant Stun again, things like that. You really can kite them out very well, but it's not easy to do, and it's not easy to do well when you're not comfortable, when you're not playing at a really high level. So anyway, we're gonna see if 25.media.tumblr is gonna be able to change anything up here. Otherwise, they're just gonna get they're gonna get the loss in this series. They need to win 2 straight now in this best of 3 if they want to force the third picks and third bans.
Yeah, and I don't see it happening actually. I mean, that game was poorly played by 25.media.tumblr, and it wasn't really amazingly played by USA, but they played decently, and that's what they need to do. And Feral doesn't have Shadow Dispersion. Just even if they played good, I don't think they would have won.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. We are going to be going into this second game here. I'm the last person to die, and there we go. So now we can get the countdown started. And this could be it. This is match point here for USA, USA, USA. I think they're just going to go right back to the same strategy. We'll see if they can force out those cooldowns just as early from Foxita. I think Foxita needs to get the early CC out on Haxton, shut down that damage that way. We need to see those clones, those Treant Suns, Hexes even, coming out, because there's no decurse for Hex. We need to see the Hexes and the clones used really, really well against this team. If they can do that, I think they can win, but I'm just not sure if they're up to it. And the countdown is going there, so we are going to get that UI out of the way, and we're going to see Haxton probably charge right in here once again, see what he can get done. Alright, so there goes Haxton. He's going to be opened up on Yep, so they are going to change it up. They're going to open up hard on Haxton. The Spirit Shells were going out on the holes, but Haxton taking big damage. There's the clone onto Propset. Foxita, though, taking a lot of damage himself. Dive by the sword up there for Haxton. He's going to pop every cooldown instantly. He wants to just try to kill Foxita immediately. There's the scatter, and the silencing shot completely overlapped on Warsano, but he goes into the freezing trap, and he's not actually trinketing it. Haxton is going to get PS, and 1% HP is that. Oh my god, the last stand falls. He goes to 1% with shield wall and PS overlap there. So actually, getting way too aggressive, I feel, was Haxton. And Propset has no trinket. He has no life swap. They have no more defensive, so they can CC him. They could get a kill on Haxton. We're going to see if they're going to be able to do that, though. Foxita now trying to get that damage out here onto Haxton, but he needs to survive. He's at 40%. What does he have left here? He's pulling back 30%. He's in caster form. 20% HP. The Stampede comes out. The Link goes down. He is in the Link, so he should be okay. And honestly, the trap should break to the Link, so it doesn't actually. He has to trinket it. But they just need some CC coming out on Propset, and I think they could get a kill here. There's the clone. Do they have a trap off that? Haxton kiting well here. He's trying to pull back. He leaps back behind the pillar. Foxita, though, coming in after him. There's the pounce going down. They get that binding shot onto Propset. Scatter comes off it. Where's the trap? Doesn't look like it's coming in right yet. Haxton, though, down to 35% HP. Warsano, he needs to go for those hexes. There's the bash. The full hex comes out onto Propset. Haxton could definitely go down here. 20% HP, 10% HP. And I think Haxton will get finished off, but he's catching some heals here from Propset. Silencing shot on Propset, though. Haxton's still at 10%, and he is going to go down. And 25.media.tumblr going to tie it up.
Yeah. I was real surprised there. But a big mistake this game was like Haxton just popped everything when it wasn't necessary. Yeah. I mean, they forced the CDs and they weren't really going to do much more, even with his CDs. And he popped everything on 30% HP,
yeah,
which was really odd.
I didn't really understand that at all. I was really surprised.
And then it's just like shield wall and life stop as well, and trinkets forced as well.
PS over the shield wall as well. They used literally everything at once. It was like they forced a lot of CDs early on. They were able to do a really good job with that. They got Barkston and Ursox, I believe, almost immediately there from Foxita, but he just felt like he could kill through it for some reason. He popped all his offensives. He popped dive by the sword, and then while he was at 30%, like you said, he used everything, and then he basically had to go defensive with all his cooldowns up. He had every cooldown up, and he had to go into D-stance, put on his shield and everything, and he got PS'd and last standed and walled all at the same time, and then he had to get life swap. So it was just, not played that well from USA that time. Yeah.
Even with all these mistakes, they forced every city of USA. I mean, 25.media.tumblr. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
They do so many mistakes, so many huge mistakes actually in that match, and still it was so close.
At the same time, I think 25.media.tumblr played it better that game. I mean, they focused the Warriors, so that was able to shut him down somewhat, make him play a lot more defensives, and they kind of did better with their CC. I really still think Treant Stuns would be very, very strong against this, but they're going to decide to not play Treant. So we'll see who's going to be able to take this, and it is going to come down to this final game in the second best of 3. If USA is able to take it, they are going to still claim the series 2-0. If 25.media.tumblr takes it, they are going to be able to force that final best of 3.
Yep. So we'll see what's gonna happen. If the same's gonna it's hard to guess. It's hard to predict what's gonna happen because that was real unpredictable. But as well, popping CDs from Haxton had been kind of reckless a lot of times.
Yeah. Got some more tweets here. Matthew tweets, or maybe I'm just completely wrong. Slap my mom. He's talking about Feral's. I think that tweet came in after game 1, but maybe you weren't wrong, man, because they did win game 2.
Yeah. I thought they didn't have a chance actually after that first game.
Yeah. I got another tweet from Conrad. He says, "Please turn on webcam, blow a kiss to the camera, please." Got a tweet from Dat Stag. He says, "Would you rather have legs as long as your fingers, or fingers as long as your legs?" I think it'd have some fingers, some crazy fingers, man.
Just to play them games.
Yeah, that'd be sick, man. Can use every bind on the keyboard, easy. All right, so gonna get killed off here, and we are gonna get the countdown going.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh, okay. There's actually no lag whatsoever on my end, guys. I'm not dropping any frames, so if you're having lag, it is your internet or your connection to Twitch. Try refreshing the stream, try changing the quality. You can sometimes just have bad routing through Twitch, but there's nothing wrong on my end. So hopefully you will be able to get that sorted out for your sake. And the countdown has begun. 20 seconds remaining, and we're gonna be going pretty quickly into this. Foxita, turning things around here in game 2, showing he's not so bad on the Feral after all. Wersano first, Foxita and Jans looking to tie things up here in the overall series, 1-1.
That cat being so strong.
All right, Jans pushing in there. He's gonna throw out that trap, throw out the flare, and try to poke them all out, make him pop forward, and he is gonna flare out that hunter. Or he's trying to, rather. He's unable to do so, unfortunately for him. Wersano, just kind of stacking up that ancestral fortitude, ancestral vigor, rather. And Haxon now has Spirit Shell, so he's just going to try to charge in here. Haxon kind of get things going, but he doesn't want to be getting pounced behind the pillar, so he does have to be a bit careful. Prof's going to use the Spectral Guise as well. He's coming up there, too. So they have moved up to the next pillar. Spirit Shell's all going to be having fallen off now, though. And Haxon going to get opened up on. Foxita just comes out of stealth with a Fairy Fire? I don't even know what that was, but anyway, he comes out of stealth. He doesn't even get a pounce, and I don't think he got flared. Not the best start there. He's going to bash on a Haxon, though. There's the full clone on the Prof set. They're going to try to get some damage going to Haxon, but he gets web wrapped. He's popping his Berserk immediately, I do believe there. Barkson goes up for Foxita as well. He's going to get over there onto Haxon. Haxon going to be taking some damage here. Haxon is the target once again. There's the full trap on a Prof set. The Hex on the hold, so it's a 3v1. PS comes out immediately. Stampede going to be popped here as well. Foxita, though, in some trouble. He's down to 40%, 30%, 20% HP. Does pop his Survival Instincts. His shield wall is up there. He heals himself up to full as well. A big Heart of the Wild heal coming in there from Foxita, but Foxita in some trouble still. You may have to use the Ursocks. All cooldowns have been popped here by Haxon. Wersano still, though, not CC'd at all. And, I mean, Wersano getting a lot of heals out here and is going to be able to top off Foxita.
Yeah, but they still managed to actually force everything almost from Foxita, so he only has Trinket available, and Versano only has Trinket available. But look at his sound shot, and he's just gonna flop here. He doesn't have Spark Skin, anything available. Trinket is trying to line the side here. He's stuck on 30% HP. He's just gonna flop here. Spirit Link comes in barely in time. Propset's stuck in a full clone, and he Trinkets that into a sound shot. Haxon actually in a little bit of trouble here. He's on 50%, and he has to pop some CDs here. Another sound shot into Propset. It's still some trouble here. Versano gets sound shot into Fair. He has Tremor available for that one, so he's gonna be fine with. Look at Foxita, man. He's on 30% HP. He has Pops Ursock. He actually uses Spark Skin as well. Yeah. Haxon's on 30% HP.
I think he's fine, man. I think Haxon's the one that's going to die here. There's the full Hex onto Prof set, and Haxon trying to get out of there, but I don't think it's enough. The shield wall comes in, but is it too late? Clone Light very likely going to come in off that. He does intervene the scatter. Nice job by him. The silencing shot comes in. The silencing web, the full trap. Nice job there by Jans to land that. Haxon in a lot of trouble. The shield wall expires now. Is the clone going to come out? And there's the NS clone onto Prof set. We can see the Haxon down 30% HP. This could be the end. We do see that full fear onto Foxita. Foxita getting a charge onto, though Prof set out of the CC now, trying to top him back off. Foxita now is fully tapped on cooldowns. His Barkson going to be coming back up soon, but he has no Ursock. He has no wall. Wersano into that scatter. There is that trap that lands on Jans. It's going to be dispelled. Good job by him to eat that trap for his Shaman. That could have been the end of the game for sure. Foxita still trying to kite back here, but he's out of the LS of his Shaman. He's at 40% HP. Nice knockback from Foxita. 30% HP, 20% HP. Foxita, will he go down? 10% HP. Gets back behind the pillar with Wersano. Tranquility coming out. He's going to cancel that, though. It's not Heart of the Wild. It's not going to do anything. There's the Demo banner going down. The intervene comes out from Haxon. Haxon, though, has to pull back. He's in some trouble. Died by the sword coming back up. There's the life swap coming out from Prof set. What good timing on that, I think. We do have a scatter now onto Jans. Fear comes out on Jans as well. Looks like that's going to be dispelled. Prof set healing himself back up, but they are looking pretty far ahead. At the same time, the clone comes out onto Prof set. Is there going to be more CC coming off that? A nice shockwave going down. The trap trying to come off that. Full trap onto Wersano. Foxita could be in some trouble. Haxon, though, half HP as well. Prof set goes into the scatter. Bash comes out onto Haxon. There's a full trap onto Prof set, and Wersano is out of his trap now. Haxon 20% HP. Haxon could go down, but still good Foxita. Foxita catches a big heal. Haxon jumps out at 3%, but Haxon is the one who goes down, and 25.media.tumblr is going to be able to take the second series.
Well, what a comeback. I actually didn't, on the start I said they didn't have a chance, and They proved me wrong. They proved me wrong so many times. This team is lord of proving me wrong.
Yeah. They're doing well, man. So the third picks and bans are going to be Force, the Feral Druid, showing why Feral Druids are so scared, or so, you know, so fearsome, man. Why is everyone so scared of them? Because, I don't know, I mean, Foxita, you know, looking a little uncomfortable on it the first game, but doing pretty well those next two games, and going to be enough to get them the win. He's able to survive even without that disperse or the bubbles.